Okay, Youthy and True Flames are ready to go.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. This is me. You might be wondering how I got here. Well, let me explain in chronological order, because that's how Marvel movies are made. June 1st, a YouTuber named Joe Bounty Hunter started his first ever SMP. It'll last 3 months, and then it'll be shut down. Forever. However, he made a point that he would be doing live streams on the SMP, and considering that he had a fairly large amount of clout, I looked at that, and I thought, free views! So let me catch you up to speed. I logged on, team was this dude named Invasi because he had villagers and got good gear. You are now caught up to speed. The day of Joe's first live stream arrived, and I played no significant role. This was more an introductory stream, not a stream where anything crazy happened, so I mostly just lurked in the shadows. Oh, and Invasi moved our base. We used to live on this hill was a village, but Invasi was paranoid the base would be found and griefed. So I moved everything to a stronghold, because as we all know, strongholds are completely underground, which means they are exceedingly difficult to locate. I'm skipping a week because nothing interesting enough to remember happened. Stream 2. Here's the premise. Joe wanted to make a fight club. Wait, sorry. We don't talk about Fight Club. Joe wanted to have a bunch of people duke it out in a pit. For content. Before the event, I scoured the fighting arena and discovered the kits. Iron armor and axes. Axe PvP. Prep game is endgame, so before the tournament, I spent a half hour practicing axe duels. Now this isn't nearly enough room to properly explain the competition. Now this'll work. The tournament was a 4-round, single elimination knockout. 32 qualifier duels, 16 participants, and only 1 winner. Joe would use a randomized Google form to fill his bracket with. I attempted to hijack the bracket system, but Joe crushed all my hopes and dreams regardless. So all I could do was pray to RNGesus.
Since Tobias Gaming is not here, I will generate a new number, and it is going to be number 11. That is Youthy. Youthy, have you fought yet? I don't think you have.
I have not. That's my role. Get me in the game, Doc. Get me in the game, Doc.
Okay, Youthy. Youthy's here, and Zoma's there. Who's gonna man the bell? Y33's manning the bell. Okay.
Wait for the bell.
There it is. Okay, the fight has begun. Youthy versus Zoma, and it looks like they're taking shots pretty.
Well, that was quick.
Congratulations, Youthy.
I'm in the game. Yes. I won the qualifiers! Let's be honest, anyone can do the qualifiers. This dude on Bedrock Edition did the qualifiers. My backyard grass could do the qualifiers, which, to be fair, is a pretty bad metric, because that stuff could probably murder a child. Quick immersion break. I want to get monetized so I can tell my parents that this whole YouTube thing wasn't a complete waste of time. And also so I can get paid. You know what to do. I need subscribers. Entering into the first round were all these people. I was going to list off all their names, but then I realized that would take too long. I was actually using an advanced technique there called lying. A couple of the fellas had to leave, and Joe just straight up resigned.
So the next fight is going to be me versus Zoma. I'm going to say I can't win my own tournament.
So instead of Unknown Joe and Cake, we have Beast PvP, Orange, and Must. That guy just joined for the first time, and he's very confused. Oh, that is an ironic skin. Orange Boy faced off against Zomatrolian, my qualifier kill.
Hey, it may just be the fact that I'm tired. I was up super late. Hey, Orange Boy, nice work.
Beast PvP went up against Luxury. Yeah, no, he won that. He's got PvP in his name. Muscle Man. Well, Muscle Man apparently reflected his skin more than his username. My round 1 opponent was Orbit. Message, joke. Okay, we're just gonna go. Ooh. I feel now is a good time to mention that when practicing for the tournament, sure I practiced axe, but it wasn't the same axe. Most notably, the practice rounds had diamond armor, the match had iron. And in case you aren't aware, iron is slightly less effective at blocking damage than the second best tier of equipment in the game. This meant that my estimations for how much a given axe crit would do were completely off. I thought they only did a modest 3.5 hearts because diamond does 2.5 hearts. No, they do half your health bar. Ooh, not doing great. GG's. I have to take winner POV out the title. No! Well, that's a little awkward. Plan B. Remember how Beast PvP got into the tournament despite never partaking in the qualifiers? Orbit's just gone. Wait! Orbit's gone? God looked down at me and smiled. Orbit ended up having to leave the tournament right after our duel. I immediately asked Joe if I could take the slot, and to my surprise...
Orbit had to leave. I'm going to swap Orbit in. We're going to go back to Youthy.
I owe a lot to God now thinking about it. My sheer position right here I could probably attribute to him, and, you know, the fact that I'm alive. But I also can attribute this to him, because that was wild. We are so back. Did I deserve this divine intervention? I don't know. But regardless, I made it into the quarterfinals, and I needed redemption. Also, no, this cave is not supposed to symbolize hell. I just found this cave a few years ago, and I was like, man, this could be a good spot to record YouTube videos in. Entering into round 2, we had all of these people. You can pause to read their usernames, but let's just go on. I'm Blockade also had to dip, so his round 1 opponent, Nahaj02002. Ended up taking his place. But then Nahaj got absolutely slaughtered by Orange Boy, so it ended pretty quick. My next adversary was True Flames, who you might remember from the beginning of the video. Now, I respect True. This man, although he lost the qualifiers to Joe, had a second chance because Joe's stream died and the fight wasn't recorded. By Joe. True saw his errors in the first fight and learned. All he had to do to complete his redemption arc and win the championship as the ultimate underdog was...
Okay. Here we go. We got Youthy versus True Flames. Okay, wow, that one was quick. Youthy, nice work representing Orbit.
Yeah, no, that's my plot line. Get out of here, Fireball! Okay, I just want to take a moment to talk about this panda here. I spawned this panda at some point during the last 2 videos. I have not named him. I don't know why he's been just wandering around here without a formal complaint. I'd like y'all to leave a comment on what I should name this panda. If I don't get any, then he's just gonna be named Panda. Going into the semifinals, we had these people. I'm actually gonna list out their names. I know, it's crazy. We have Mr. Beast, Annoying Orange, Fireball number 2, and Technoblade Knockoff. Orange Boy went up against Flame and MC and stomped out that fire hazard. He would prove a challenging final adversary. If I could get to him. Remember how I spent half an hour practicing axe duels? No? Goldfish! While training, I stumbled across Beast PvP in the lobby. He and I were doing the exact same thing. I mean, of course he did. He has PvP in his name. It's like a contractual obligation. He practiced so long, he became swole from left-clicking on random noobs. Also, I have no idea what tier I am.
Youthy says, Joe, if I win, you have to tell everybody to subscribe. Okay, that seems fair.
Nothing personal, kid.
Fight! Youthy, nice work, Youthy.
Look, Beast, I know you spent a solid at least 15 minutes practicing for this duel, but you gotta understand, I can't lose. My clout depends on it. Oh, by the way, Beast PvP does have a YouTube channel. I've linked it in the description. Check it out. He does fun stuff on there. Come on, I ain't got all day. Come on. Stab me. Thank you, finally. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh!
Hey, Youthy won! Congratulations, Youthy! Alright, the deal's a deal. Subscribe to Youthy Animates. We have our champion in the PvP.
We win these! Everyone subscribe! Yeah! Sub today! We win these! Yeah!
And Youthy, come collect your prize. Here's 4 diamonds as a consolation prize. I had diamonds in this chest, but they've obviously been looted.
I won an entire 4 diamonds from that PvP tournament. And probably like 1 or 2 subscribers. Worth it! A month later, I ended up hitting up Orbit on Discord saying, we haven't quite settled that whole prize pool thing. Do you think you could log on and we could do like a quick duel to determine who gets the prize? And he's like, yeah, sure, let's do that. And he died of fall damage. Now, the part about this that makes me actually mad wasn't the result of the duel. I made a point out of recording the fight. I told him, yo, this fight's going to be recorded. It's going to be in the next video. And then the worst part, I pressed pause recording, and then I forgot to hit unpause. The entire fight was lost to time. I didn't even realize that the fight was gone until I tried editing it into my video. I was like, wait a minute. This is the wrong video file. You wanna know what happened during the fight? Here's what happened. I won the first round, lost the second too. I had planned, scripted, edited an entire copium bit just to realize that I didn't even have any footage to justify it. Bruh. And just so you're aware, Orbit did end up receiving the 4 diamonds. He crafted them into diamond boots. I promise that someday that I'm going to get a rematch with Orbit, and I'm going to get it on camera. And also, I'm not going to be using these iron kits. They're terrible. You die in 3 crits. By the way, I'm not going to be uploading weekly anymore because school's going to be running around, and it's going to take my upload schedule and just yeet it into the dumpster. I got a couple comments on my stream yesterday saying, dude, I missed a live stream. I'm sorry. And you know what? I'm going to address that right now. Ever since I started live streaming, I had a nasty habit of never telling anyone when I was going live. So now, we're going to fix that. I plan to be live next Friday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be circular. For you people in my comment section saying that they missed a stream, well, now you don't have an excuse. Unless you're, like, watching the video in the future, in which case, insert really epic outro right here.